Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to episode number 35 of Beer vs. Ivy. The All-Stars are out. Jackson and I are here. It's Monday. How we doing, Jackson? Mr. Best co-host in the land.
I'm doing okay overall. It's just been a crazy couple of weeks. Had some personal stuff to deal with that you know about last Tuesday. I won't get into it here. But overall it's been good. What have I been doing? Honestly. Getting back into 2K22 a little bit for some basketball recently. Been picking up on an old Bulls franchise I was doing. Basically, no one from the team is still there minus Alonzo. Just put it that way.
Well done.
So yeah. But overall, things are good. Extremely tired for the last couple of days. I opened at Walgreens on a weekend at 6:30 in the morning. So
Yikes.
I'm exhausted. Last night. No, not last night. The night before, Saturday night. My mom, she was looking after these cats, and as she's leaving, she found this like baby mouse. Like it must have been like 8 days old. Just like on like not on the stoop, I guess is the best way to put it, as she was leaving the house. So of course, my mom being my mom, she gets a paper towel, picks up the mouse, drives all the way home with the mouse, so we can start to take care of it. We went to the Walgreens I work at, bought some baby formula, bought a couple of other things. We got a heating pad. We put it in a box, paper towels. I threw one of my socks in there, try and keep it warm. Unfortunately, he did not make it.
RIP.
But we kept it alive a lot longer than it would have.
This is top that counts. Honestly, that's kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
So, but yeah, so that was part of the reason I was exhausted from yesterday's, because I was up until 11 o'clock trying to call wildlife rehabilitators to see if someone could take it, but they couldn't. So, but other than that, things are good.
Happens.
Professional transition. How are you doing, Sai?
Sick. I get to follow a dead mouse. This is awesome. Not too bad. It's also been an eventful personal life, but hey, we're cooling, we're chilling. Drama, it's a lot of drama, but hey, we cool.
Ooh.
Celebrated the 4th of July twice, on the 4th and then on the 6th, so on that Saturday, and had a good time. Spent time with my friends, spent time with some of my friends' family, ate some food, watched some fireworks, played a lot of pickup basketball. I have no basketball ability, but I got competitive. I got dunked on, almost got my nose broken by a 14-year-old, but hey, it's cool. We're still here. Yeah, I got dunked on, full hand, forearm, boom, in my face. And I was like driving into the basket, made it, scored our team's our team was down by like 8, so I drove in, I did that, and it happened. And I looked at them, I said, "Did I make it?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, sick." It was a professional and one, but we weren't playing foul. We were playing street ball, so like, I just got the 1 point out of it, and I was just like, "That's messed up." But
so were guys like going out of their way to like hack and stuff because they knew there's no fouls, or was it like, okay?
None of us were good, so it was hard to kind of like go crazy. But the last game we played was at like 11 o'clock at night, and we had like a good 4v4, and we had like it was actually like a 3v5 actually. But the 2 biggest people were on the team with 3, so they just and the hoop was like 6 feet tall. So you can imagine what happened. Just a lot of people getting dunked on. So and no one could defend them. So, but it was cool. It was cool. I lost every time, but no, it's fine.
Hey, you're doing it for the love of the game, not for the W.
I got to compete. And I scored a little bit, so it was cool. It was cool. But professional transition. Today we're doing things a little different. The All-Stars are out. rosters have fully been officially released. So Jackson and I have this brilliant opportunity where we get to react to the 2024 MLB All Stars. And I know I have a lot of opinions. There's a couple things that happened and I don't like. I know Jackson has his opinions too. So we're just gonna react. We're gonna react. We're gonna that's what we're gonna do.
Yep. Let's just go ahead and run down through each league and what we're looking at here. So we'll go ahead and start with the starters just to get that out of the way. First up, we have the American League. At DH from the Astros, you have Yordan Alvarez. Catching, we have Adley Rutschman. Then we have Vlad Guerrero Jr. at first base, beating out Ryan Mountcastle. Jose Altuve at second. Jose Ramirez at third. Gunnar Henderson at shortstop. Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, and Stephen Kwan for the outfield. We'll react to these after seeing everything. So then we'll go ahead over to the senior circuit, the National League. Shohei Ohtani is your starting DH with William Contreras at catcher. Bryce Harper, Ketel Marte, Alec Boehm, and Trey Turner will make up your infield. Christian Yelich, Jurickson Profar, and Fernando Tatis will make up the outfield. Pitchers, 10 first-time All-Stars for the National League pitchers, including Tyler Glasnow, Ryan Helsley, Jeff Hoffman, Shota Imanaga, the lone Cubs All-Star, Ronaldo Lopez, Chris Sale, Tanner Scott, Paul Skeens, who made history as the first number 1 overall pick from last year's draft to make the All-Star in his first season, Matt Strahm, Ranger Suarez, Robert Suarez, Logan Webb, and Zach Wheeler. Then we move on to the American League pitchers. Tyler Anderson makes it. Corbin Burns, Emmanuel Clase, Garrett Crochet, Logan Gilbert, Clay Holmes, which I know a lot of people have a problem with, and I kind of agree, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Tanner Houck, Seth Lugo, and Cole Reagans from the Kansas City Royals make their first All-Star game. Mason Miller, the lone representative from the Oakland A's, Tarek Skubal, and Kirby Yates. Then for the National League reserves, CJ Abrams, love it. Pete Alonso, Luis Arias, Mookie Betts, Ellie De La Cruz, Freddie Freeman, which is weird to me that he's a reserve, but Bryce Harper's been so good, I'm not surprised. Teoscar Hernandez, Ryan McMahon, the lone representative from the Colorado Rockies, Jackson Merrill, Marcelo Zunas, the backup DH, Heliot Ramos from the San Francisco Giants, Brian Reynolds, and Will Smith. And lastly, for the American League, Carlos Correa, Rafael Devers, Jarren Duran, David Fries, the backup DH, Riley Green for the Detroit Tigers, Josh Naylor makes it, Isaac Paredes, Salvador Perez as the backup catcher, Marcus Semien, Kyle Tucker, and everyone's favorite Kansas City Royals shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. So the entire All-Star rosters for each league. Let's start, Cy. Who do you think is your biggest snub? Who do you think? Yeah, let's just go with that.
Man, okay. So I have one for each league, and
Okay.
I came prepared today. So we're gonna start off. Polar Bear, Pete Alonso. I get it that Scott Boras is your boy, and he's the reason why you're an All-Star because he wants you to compete in the Home Run Derby. But Christian Walker, man, just look at this and then tell me who the All-Star is.
I know that's one of the biggest.
This is a snub.
Ever
this
seen.
is a huge snub. The only Pete Alonso doesn't need anything. He has been outplayed. He's the lone representative of the New York Mets, and he's like the 4th or 5th best player on the New York Mets right now. The fact that even Giraffe Neck Mark, a diehard Mets fan, even he agrees that Pete Alonso shouldn't be in here. And he's a Mets home. So we'd be like, oh, yeah. Why is he should not be in Arlington. Christian Walker should be in Arlington. But because of injury replacements and such, because Bryce Harper has been a little banged up, he's not for sure if he's even going to play or not. Christian Walker should get in as a injury replacement, but the fact that you can look at that and then you would think like, okay, Christian Walker is an all-star, right? Pete Alonso, man, just not deserving of it. But y'all see I'm wearing the Orioles hat, right? This is the one that really just frustrates me. You look through the AL reserves. A lot of names deserve to be there. But there's one name. The man by the name of Marcus Semien. And frankly, just again, look at the graphic and then tell me, okay, who's the all-star here? Who's the one that should be here? You would think it's Jordan Westbrook because those numbers they're better. That OPS plus 139 to 91, 2.8 WAR not in. Just what are we? 21 batting average to 29. I know we don't completely like judge off batting average, but a 229 batting average. When you're an all-star? So I can go in MLB and I can go hit 229 and I'll be an all-star? Okay. Yeah, just
with a 295 on base.
Yeah, okay. Awesome. Yeah, I can go do that right now. It's this one's done. Like, okay, yes, the Orioles have Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman,
Corbin Burns.
Like, but no reserves. You're telling me Jordan Westbrook wasn't good enough to make it? You're telling me Ryan Mountcastle, who was in the running to be the starter, didn't even make it as a reserve? Craig Kimbrell didn't make it over Clay Holmes? Like, again, look at this. Tell me, who's the all-star? Why is it Clay Holmes? It's not like the Yankees are lacking of all-star depth. Clay Holmes is an all-star. I'm sorry. His walk percentage is the only thing that's better. Yeah, he pitched 1 2/3 more innings. He has walked less batters, but K per 9 lower, strikeouts lower, ERA plus and ERA lower, saves even lower. You're a closer and you're not even leading the league in saves. Your win-loss is 1-3, but you're an all-star. It's head scratching. I have more, but I'm going to chill. I'm gonna let you picture. I'm gonna let you get some.
I completely agree. Although there is one. This to me, and I know you're gonna have yours for this one as well. The biggest snub this entire All-Star cycle, and it hurts me to say this, is Luis Arraez over Bryce Terang of the Milwaukee Brewers. Look at this. Yeah. Yes, Luis Arraez has a 312 batting average. Bryce Terang is top 5 in the NL in WAR at 4.0, 6 home runs, 38 RBIs, 29 stolen bases, 288 batting average, 350 on base, 408 slug, 114 OPS plus. The only thing Arraez have, he's played 2 more games, 48 more plate appearances, and a lot more hits. And I think the defense is about the same, if not maybe Terang is a bit better.
Terang's nasty at second base.
Like, I saw it firsthand. Terang hit a lefty bomb off Kyle Hendricks for a grand slam. This dude is good. He's been very, very, and for him not even to be a reserve, I could see, okay, he's not a starter. I'm already because Ketel Marte has had a fantastic season for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, no, Ketel Marte should be the starter. Like, I don't think they messed out the starters. They don't mess up. They did not mess up on the starters. The only reason why the starters are going to change is the injuries. Some of the starters are banged up, so some of these reserves are going to get like moved up, But like Bryce Strang should at least be a reserve.
And I don't think the Brewers have one. Well, they have at least one, but I don't even remember who it is. Oh yeah, Yelich.
They have Yelich starting. That's it though.
That's great. I could see, like, because the pitchers. I mean, Willie Peralta has his ups and downs, so I could see him not making it.
Freddie Peralta.
Freddie. Oh my God.
You just hit the 2010s. Like, that's good take. That's good. That's awesome. You said Willie, but like it's Freddie. It's Freddie.
Oh my God. Anywho. But yeah, Freddie Peralta has ups and downs this year. Reese Hoskins.
You can argue that.
Yeah.
You can argue Colin Ray could be an all-star.
There's a slight argument for that, but I think the pitchers for the National League are perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a single issue with any of the pitchers for the National League.
I really don't have any issues with the pitchers in the National League either. Because of that's what I'm saying. He's not the best player on his own team, but he's an all-star. Okay. But yeah, no. Because of like some of the starters having to start before the all-star game, and like some of the relievers and some of the injury like replacements, like some of these snubs will get in. Like in the AL, Brent Rooker is going to sneak his way in because Kyle Tucker is not going to play. In the AL, Brandon Nimmo is going to get his way in there because I don't think Tatis is going to play. Christian Walker should get in. Ryan Mountcastle should find a way to sneak in. I would hope Jordan Westburg can find a way to sneak in. Like, there's Sonny Gray, I genuinely will feel like will get his way in here. Like, there are names that will hopefully be in here that deserve to be in here because of injuries and just people not wanting to play. But we just gotta wait because we won't find that out until days out, and we still have over a week until the All-Star game. But for the most part, though, which I hate that I'm saying, but MLB, you did a good job. Like 95%, 95% of this is spot on. I'm just nitpicky, and I had a few that I'm like, all right, you can make arguments that this player should be in over this player, but the reasonings why some of these guys are in, like for Luis Arias, we'll use him as an example. If they're basing his reasoning off, okay, you're hitting threes, you're hitting, your batting average is good, and you're leading hits. Okay, stick with that. But when you look at his, don't go the route of, use all of his numbers. Because when you use all of his numbers, you can make comparisons. Bryce Strang should be in there. You can argue that Mason Wynn should be in over Luis Arias. Like, there's arguments that can be made, but you have to stick to your guns. But
yeah,
no.
This day in Chicago Sports on Twitter pointed this out. There's an argument that Michael Busch should be in the All-Star game over Pete Alonso.
Yeah.
When you look at it, like, yes, Pete has more home runs and more RBIs. They have the same OPS plus. Busch has a better OPS, better on base, and a better batting average. And he is a much better defender at first base.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's for the most part though, they did good. Like shout out Tyler Anderson for being the Angels rep. Shout out Mason Miller for being the A's rep. Shout out Logan Gilbert for being the only Mariners rep. Like, there are players who in here, like, you'll look at it first glance and be like, that's a little interesting. But you go look at their numbers and you're like, oh, this person's actually having a really quiet season. That's what's cool about the All-Star game is it don't matter where you play. It doesn't matter how popular or not popular you are. At the end of the day, if you're good, you have the numbers, you'll find a way in this game.
Yep. I think it's impossible for other. Well, I wouldn't say it's impossible for the NFL to do, or even the NHL. I think maybe the NBA would only have the hardest time trying to get one player from every team in. But I feel like I like that specifically about Major League Baseball, that they make sure at least one player from every team gets in, so someone has somebody to root for. Because like you take a look at the team like the White Sox this year, or the A's, or the Angels. Like, there's not a lot to root for, but hey, we get to see Garrett Crochet and Tyler Anderson, Mason Miller, all in the All-Star game. I don't remember specifically like back like when the Cubs were like super bad, but like I don't know if Starlin Castro ever made an All-Star game. But
I think he did.
There were times, yeah.
I'm gonna go double. All-Star game. I'm gonna go double check that, but I'm like almost for certain that Starlin Castro made it.
So I think it's one of the few things Major League Baseball does well in terms of getting fans from everywhere involved to try and make it popular.
Starlin Castro was a 4-time All-Star.
He made it 4? Oh wow! I didn't realize there was that many times.
2011 and 2012 with the Cubs, 2014 with the Cubs, and then 2017 with the Yankees.
He was an All-Star with the Yankees?
Yeah, 2017. Shout out Bismack. Hope he's doing good in life.
He had that one playoff run where they still got destroyed by the Cavs. And the Hornets thought, yes, let's get Bismack Biyombo.
Let's talk about Lindsey
I didn't realize he was still that good when he was with the Yankees.
He was in his 20s still. That's why.
Yeah.
Once he hit 30, he fell off a cliff.
This is true.
Anyways.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm good with the All-Star game. They did good. Shout out CJ. Deserves to be there. I don't care what anybody says. Sneaky.
Yeah, and as it always goes with this format, like who else from the Nationals are you going to put in?
Jake Irvin.
Like I don't.
Real ones know Jake Irvin is shoving.
Who was the main ship?
I'm actually not sure who he's talking about right now, but anyways.
Did he get sent to? He's probably talking about Starlin Castro for Giancarlo.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right, actually.
Huh.
Crazy. Anyways.
Anywho.
Professional transitions.
Professional transitions. I'll go ahead and take this one. Since we're already talking about All-Star stuff in the Midsummer Classic, also very dumb that the All-Star game is on a Tuesday. Very, very dumb. Be like the NBA and have it on Sunday, please. Market your game, baseball, please.
Come on, Robbie.
No offense.
What are we doing? Robbie? No. Market your game. And
no one, but like, no one's gonna. Like, no casual fan is going to watch the All-Star game on a Tuesday night when either they have work or other things to do. Put it on a Sunday, please. Let's get this right.
Yeah, I can't. I gotta work. I can't even watch the All-Star game.
Let's see. Am I working that Tuesday? I don't even remember. I'm gonna look this up right now.
You're okay. Well,
I'm not, so I'll actually be able to watch it. But anywho,
be nice. Professional transitions. Home Run Derby participants. As of, what time is it? 12:32 on Monday, July 8th. We have 4 confirmed participants for the best game in all the sports. Yeah, I said it. Home Run Derby, no one can do this. People go to the All-Star game to go to the Home Run Derby. They don't care about the All-Star game. The Home Run Derby actually means something, because who doesn't want to see big boys hit big bombs? Anyways.
Sir.
So the 4 participants we have so far. We have Gunnar Henderson, who is all my vote to win. I don't care what anybody says. His to lose. He's gonna get bounced first round, but it is what it is. Pete Alonso, because he's been in every one since like 2017. He said if he was an all-star, he'd be in. So he was an all-star, so he's in. That's just whatever, I guess. Alec Bohm, who is going to hit the most doubles off the wall. But he's there. He deserves it with a lot of the main stars that are sitting out. Deserves to be in. He'll get a lower seed probably, but I mean, hey, Bowman deserves it. And then just announced like half hour ago, Bobby, bless you. Anyways, Bobby
Sorry
Witt
about that.
Jr. You're good. Bobby Witt Jr. has just been confirmed that he is in this year's home run derby, which leads me to what MLB. If you're listening to me right now, give me Gunnar Henderson versus Bobby Witt Jr. in the first round. The winner gets to start at shortstop the next day. I don't care about the fan vote. I don't care that Gunnar Henderson's the starter. They're both as good. You can get away with starting either of them. Make it happen. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Mr. Connor Davis is blowing up microchats. Anyways.
Of course he is.
Yep. Just got off a cruise. You don't know how to act. But yeah, no. So far, out of the 4 confirmed contestants, who we gotta choose one of these 4 to make a run. Who do you got?
I think as of now, the betting favorite is probably Pete Alonso by a little bit, and then Gunnar Henderson is second. But I'm gonna go with the main man, and his name is it? And if you know, is Bibby Watt, Bobby Witt Jr.
Knew that.
I
I knew that was coming.
I think he's of these 4, he's probably like the sneakiest pick. Like the only people who are like unironically picking Alec Bohm to win are diehard Phillies fans.
Are people who are betaholics and want a long shot. They're gonna pick Alec Bohm. I'm sorry. Alec Bohm is not winning this. And if Alec Bohm wins this, I'll do something. I don't know what, but he ain't winning, so I'm not worried.
Yeah. So of the 2 non-favorites, I think the easiest pick is Bobby Witt. And like you said, if the MLB like really wants to be cool and really wants to like, hey, we're a fun league, they should have Bobby and Gunnar talk. Like, hey, and play in the first round. Whoever wins this round gets to be the all-star starter.
Please make it happen. I don't do it right, Robbie. Do it right. If you
Will
want,
he?
like,
probably not.
No, absolutely not. Should he? Absolutely yes.
Oh gosh,
Rob Manfred.
I think this comment sums it up perfectly.
Yeah. You know what his America doesn't have though?
What's that?
The best home insurance ever.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call our guy, Jeff Mortefney, at 404-464-4544, make sure to let him know that Third Down Thursdays and Beer versus Ivy sent you. You can also contact him at jeff@mybebig.com and let him know that I am better than him at College Football 25. Even though it hasn't even come out yet, but it looks amazing. I'm going to be playing the shit out of Dynasty mode.
Shame. The Troy Trojans rebuild's gonna hit like crack.
Oh, I'm going one step further, and just if the game truly is that good, I'm gonna get PS Plus, so that way I can resurrect the Marquette University football program.
See, I'm also gonna resurrect the Braves, so I'm with you on that. But shout out Javon Solomon. We're doing the Troy Trojans rebuild first. It's for the culture.
For the culture.
Which also means the Houston Christian rebuild will come at some point too. So I got options. Don't y'all worry.
Remind me, where did friend of the program Jalix Hug go?
Houston Christian University.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. It's okay.
You're good. Anyways, we're changing. We're talking about football. We're talking about football when we should be talking about divisional storylines. Boom. I'm so good at this. Anyways, AL East. Jack Gaffney, your team broke the Yankees real bad. The Boston Red Sox are the newfound owners of the Yankees all series long, losing 2 out of 3 and followed 3 games behind the Orioles in the division race. The Yankees broke. Luis Gil broke. Aaron Judge not broke. Pitching staff broke. Why is Michael Tonkin pitching legitimate innings for this team? I don't understand.
Who?
I don't understand. Yeah, exactly. Who? Random. It's a random nobody. But hey, Gil was good, but this is the first start in like 4 that he's been good. Because he's been getting shelled recently. He's been getting shelled recently. Like, awesome, he's back, but the team still lost. Whatever. The Yankees are broken. They're really not, because they're gonna go out and go get Greg Crochet just for the fun of it, or Luis Robert just for the fun of it.
Or they'll go for Tanner. I think they're gonna get Tanner Scott. They need another bullpen piece.
They do need another bullpen piece.
Just give him a closer.
Who's actually a closer?
Aw. Guys, this is what happens when Hector Neris closes games for your team.
Wait, what?
This is what happens when Hector Neris closes games for your team.
This is not even a Cubs thing. I was just trying to dog Clay Holmes. I was just talking.
No, I'm cool with dogging Clay Holmes. Let's dog Clay Holmes real quick. You know who's better? It's actually really poetic. Talking about dogging Clay Holmes. Like, look at this. But Clay Holmes is an all-star and Kenley Jansen isn't. Whatever. This Clay Holmes blows. That's the case in point. They did.
Oh yeah.
They did. They should. But no. In reality, though, as much as I want to be a hypocrite, the Yankees aren't broken. The Yankees are too good of a team. As long as Aaron Judge and Juan Soto are healthy, they're fine.
Yeah. And I mean, I think this should be more of a talking point about how good the Boston Red Sox have been. Like, coming into the season, we talk with Jack, we talk all the time, that he was expecting them to finish bottom 2 in the AL East. I think we even had them in our tier rankings. We had them finishing last, if I remember correctly.
We did.
And look at them now. They're the 3rd team, the last team in the AL wild card. And they're only a game and a half back from that 2nd spot with the Minnesota Twins. And they're a game and a half ahead of the Kansas City Royals, which hurts my soul because I want Jake to call some playoff baseball games.
For real.
So, and I mean, just over the stretch, they were such a weird team. But over the last stretch, since they lost to the Yankees on June 14th, when they were 35-35, they have gone 14-5 over that stretch and are now 49-40. They lost 1 game to the Reds, 1 game to the Blue Jays, lost 2 to San Diego, and then lost on Saturday against the Yankees. This pitching staff is crazy. We were talking about a potential like Royals and Red Sox like wild card series, and how like the Royals could throw out Lugo, Reagans, and Singer for a 3-game set. Red Sox can still throw out Cutter Crawford and Nick Pivetta in there on a short leash.
Tanner Houck.
Tanner Houck, thank you.
All-star. Yeah. Happens. No, it's nasty. Shout out Boston. Being just sneaky good.
Yeah, and they're a team I could see buying some bats at the deadline. They are a team who could buy this year, which is crazy.
I know. It's no one expected it. You know what else is crazy?
What's that?
Cy Skubal. Tariq Skubal, man. 10-3 record, 13 quality starts, 2.37 ERA. Just one of the many AL Central lefties who are just nasty. Like, it just all-star, I think, is legitimate, the best candidate that should start for the AL. Like, Skubal for sale as a starters.
That'd be pretty cool.
I can get behind that. But no, it's the Tigers. The Tigers fell off a cliff. We thought this for a little bit, like, oh, the Tigers gonna be good. No, their pieces aren't clicking. That's what happens when Torkelson doesn't do what he's supposed to do. But Skubal's got a legit case so far to be in that Cy Young running, and he's gonna get himself a bag. Like if he finishes on this pace, like let's say he goes 17-6. Let's just say that. Let's say he goes 17-6. ERA around 2.5. He's getting a bag this offseason.
Oh,
Detroit's gonna see that. Detroit's gonna see that. They're gonna say, lock you up. 7 years, $300 million. Just you are mine. I'm yours. Let's go win a championship.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 27, so you lock him up for a 6 or 7 year deal, maybe even longer. And I'm excited just for the future of this Tigers pitching staff, because you got Skubal, you got Reese Olson, who's been awesome. Jack Flaherty's been really good this year.
He's probably getting traded, realistically.
It just sucks that Casey Mize and Kenta Maeda have been dog doo this year. Maeda's got a 6.71 ERA and a -1 WAR, 13 home runs allowed. And then Mize has a 4.23 ERA, 1.45 WHIP. Like, add a couple more like good starting pitchers, add a bat or two to help Riley Green, the All-Star. This team could be dangerous. It's going to be real dangerous in a loaded AL Central.
Yeah. It's just he's nasty, and this is him and Riley Green are the only real bright spots for this Tigers team. But they're gonna sell, and that's all. Actually, they're gonna retool. They're not gonna complete sell.
Yeah.
They're gonna retool. Who's gonna sell? Our last year's World Series champions, the great Rangers, sell off. Rival GMs believe that Max Scherzer, David Robinson, and many more, aka a Kirby Yates, will be, could be, should be available at the trade deadline.
Yep. So I'll just go quickly. The full report from our friend Bob Nightingale of USA Today, saying that rival general managers believe the Rangers will make Max Scherzer, Michael Lorenzen, and Andrew Heaney, along with David Robertson and Kirby Yates, available for trade, barring a dramatic turnaround. And this was from July 7th, so yesterday.
It sucks. It sucks. Like that team still has all the pieces to be good. It's just not clicking.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna take. I mean, again, I don't think they're gonna go through a massive, because most of these guys are older or on 1-year deals. So they're not huge losses. Obviously, trading Kirby Yates would be, considering he's an all-star this year. It's kind of crazy. But I think you were mentioning the Orioles about trading for one of these guys.
I think, okay, it's on the low, but I think like a team like Baltimore or like St. Louis would be in the market for David Robinson and Kirby Yates for sure. I've heard through the grapevine that Scherzer to St. Louis could happen if the Cardinals do try to go for it. If they keep sucking, Nathan Eovaldi will go on the market, and that'll be one of the better pitchers. I think he
leapfrogs Luzardo as the best starter on the market if that happens.
Crochet is the best starter in the market, but he'll be the number 2.
Okay, I keep forgetting.
That's at least in my opinion. Everybody's opinions are different, but I think Crochet is miles away the best starter. If we're looking at pure numbers, I don't think any offensive piece gets moved. I think it's just pitching that gets moved from Texas, because I mean, Nate Corbin, Grayson, Nathan Eovaldi.
Oh yeah.
Former Red Sox, so Jack can call him by nicknames. But Eovaldi, Grayson Rodriguez, Corbin Burns in a 3-game series, game over.
Hell, in a 7-game series, that's over.
And then you throw in a Dean Kramer or Kyle Bradish. Actually, no, Bradish is out. Throwing like a Dean Kramer or Cole Irvin or Suarez in that 4th game just to eat innings, or you pitch all your guys on short rest. Come on now. But no, realistically, unless because there's still like 3 weeks until the trade deadline, roughly. The Rangers can turn around in 3 weeks, because that's the crazy thing about baseball is anything can happen in a short amount of time. But at the moment, this is one of the biggest teams that'll probably sell, which is insane, because just a month ago we were saying how we think Houston's going to sell, and look what happened. Houston's right back in the thick of it. Things can change.
Yeah, at least pre-All-Star, here's who the Rangers have. They have a 3-game set against the Angels on the road. Then they go into Houston. That'll be a big series. And then to start the second half, Baltimore at home, 4-game set against the White Sox before a road trip to Toronto and St. Louis. And that'll be their last series before the game on July 29th against the Cardinals will be the last game before the trade deadline.
Man, that's crazy. Scherzer's gonna already be in St. Louis for him to just come over to the clubhouse. That's crazy.
Oh yes, just keep adding to the retirement home.
That's what I was right about to say. Let's just keep it going. But
God, that pitching staff in 2015 would have been crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Still crazy in 2024, but it's just crazy for different reasons. Anyways, the Braves are crazy. The Braves are crazy too, because they're back on the come up. You know why they're on the come up? Because they own the Phillies again. Braves won the series against the Phillies, outscoring them 11-1 in their 2 wins. Something about this just makes sense. It does not matter who was on this Braves team. When it comes to the Phillies, they cool. When it comes to everybody else, they not cool.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Are the Braves ever going to catch Philly for the division? Probably
Nope.
not. Probably not. Crazy things have happened. Cubs blew a big division lead to the Mets back in the 60s. I think at some point in like July or August. I don't want to talk about anymore. But
For the best.
I think the Braves are starting to figure a few things out. They're just such an inconsistent team because they had gone on a nice, decent stretch in the middle of June, and then you lose 2 of 3 to the Cardinals. You lose your makeup game against the White Sox 1-0. Then you lose 2 of 3 to the Giants, and then win 2 of 3 against the Phillies at home. Like, very, very, very confusing team are the Braves. I think they will definitely add. They basically cemented themselves as the top wild card team. But I feel like they need more bats. I think their pitching is fine because Chris Sale has been that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, outside of Marcelo Zuna, not much else is going on in this Braves offense.
No, it's spot on. It's spot on. But I just saw a rumor that the Braves are looking for outfield help again. So we know what happened last time they got outfield help at the trade deadline. They won the World Series. So we've seen crazy things. And Double A with Atlanta just loves.
What if they go out and just get Luis Robert for shits and gigs?
Anyways, no, we're not going into that because we don't have that much time left. We still have a lot to talk about. Anyways, is that jazz that I hear? Is that the Pirates want to play some jazz?
Oh my god.
Craig Mish of the Miami Herald reports that there is growing belief that Jazz Chisholm Jr. could be traded. The Pittsburgh Pirates, the Kansas City Royals are just a couple teams that are in on him. Pirates are going to be stupid if they buy. They're not getting the wild card. They're not getting the division. But cool, let's give up a farm system that's already not per se the greatest, and let's go buy. Yep, awesome, great idea. Kansas City, however, Jazz Chisholm over Kyle Isbell any day of the week. You don't gotta tell me anything else. Don't win. The one thing about the Royals is their farm system is weak. It's not pretty. So you're gonna have to give up a couple top prospects in a farm system that's rather thin, or you fleece the Marlins because that's probably gonna happen, like realistically. But I mean, hey, you know, as long as it's not the Pirates or a team in the NL Central, it's cool. Actually, it can be, no one in the NL Central. That's off limits, and everybody else is cool though. I had to think about it real quick, but yeah, no, it's awesome. Pirates, Jazz, awesome. Like the combination of him and O'Neal Cruz, like and Henry Davis and Paul Skeens and all the the young stars in there. Like I see the thinking, I see the wisdom, but just what are you giving up? Are you really gonna try to buy? Like, I don't know. I know a lot of people think. I know a lot of people, like a lot of experts believe that if the Pirates just make a couple moves, they can go on a run. Like I believe that, but Derek Shelton's your manager, and he does not have a nice track record.
True.
And I don't know. You got a lot of role players. You don't really get, and you got your stars. You got your Paul Skeens, you got your O'Neal Cruz, you got your Brian Reynolds. You got your stars, but your other role players aren't too great. Riley Telez is your first baseman in 2024, and you want to go compete? Yasmani Grandal is your catcher, and you want to go compete? Okay.
You also have Joey Bart as a catcher on your roster.
It's Joey Bart and Yasmani Grandal are the two catchers on the big league roster right now, with Henry Davis and Jason DeLay in AAA. Yasmani Grandal's on the roster. You're not winning. Sorry. And I don't need to explain anymore. My hatred for Yasmani Grandal is
well documented.
Very documented. But anyways.
Yeah, I'm looking at this on MLB baseball trade values. I don't think the Royals could get anywhere close without giving up someone on the major league roster. Like, just for reference, like I'm just throwing Isbell in here straight up because I think you would have to trade him in this situation. But Jazz has a value of 40.1.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the Royals want to trade Alec Marsh.
They don't really have They don't have the pitching depth to trade Alec Marsh because they trade out Alec Marsh to their 5. They trade Alec Marsh. That means Daniel Lynch has to take that 5 spot. And his few starts he's had this year, he has not looked good.
Yeah, so I don't see it from the Royals. It makes a lot of sense. Don't get me wrong. But I just, like we've been saying, I don't think they have the prospects for it.
Yeah.
Now, let's see. What do the Pirates have? I'm curious. But yeah, I think we could go down this rabbit hole another day.
We can.
But I think of these two spots, I think the Pirates probably make more sense if it does happen.
Which is sad.
For the Marlins side of things. But from a pure competitive standpoint, I'm sure Jazz would much rather go to Kansas City to play with Bobby Witt and Michael Garcia and Salvador Perez.
Yep. All right, we're going to go through this one really quick. NL West, Giants sent to Arlington. Not the names you would per se expect. They got 2 first-timers in outfielder Heliot Ramos and right-handed pitcher Logan Webb are going to the All-Star game despite a middling 44-47 record. I mean, Logan Webb deserved it. The fact that this is his first All-Star game is kind of crazy. And Heliot Ramos has been a godsend in that outfield for an outfield that's hasn't really been consistent. Ramos was really only getting the play time because of injuries, and he grabbed it by the reins. But I mean, it makes sense. He's a former top 100 prospect. Like he's had the potential, had the tools for a while, and he's only now been able to show it. And look, he's an all-star. And it's kind of crazy for a team that's really not that great.
Yeah, it's weird to me because I feel like the Giants should be so much better than they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think. I guess I know the NL West is tough, but I just feel like, I mean, you take a look at it. Okay, I mean, their qualified batting average leader is Matt Chapman, which is not great. But I mean, like Heliot Ramos is batting .299. They have 4 guys with 10 plus home runs. 4 guys with 35 or more RBIs. And then if you take a look at the pitching side of things, I mean, Logan Webb has been solid. Jordan Hicks has been good as a starter.
Yeah, let's not talk about that, please.
I mean, the problem is that Keaton Wynn and Kyle Harrison haven't been that good. And obviously, Blake Snell has not been good at all. So maybe that's part of the issue. But I feel like maybe once they get Robbie Ray back after the All-Star break or whenever he comes back, maybe that might help that rotation.
It should be after All-Star break. Blake Snell is on the IL again. He actually needs to be right when he comes back. They could make a second half run. They'll probably make a couple sneaky moves at the deadline because I feel like San Francisco's going to want to try to compete. But yeah,
I mean, okay,
yeah.
so Blake Snell is going to pitch tomorrow against the Blue Jays. So he is coming back to that rotation.
Good.
Just tough scenes for the Giants right now. I feel like they can be a lot better. They just need to move in the right direction. I think that's the only way to put it.
For real.
But you know what these guys are going to need to make their way from San Francisco to Arlington for the All-Star game, Si?
What are they going to need?
They're going to need some good car insurance.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal. And it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And once again, when you call our guy Jeff Bortepny at 464-4544, make sure to let him know that Beer vs. Ivy and Third Down Thursdays sent you. Also contact him at jeff@mybig.com. And let him know to make sure to tell the New York Knicks that Tyler Kolek can read.
Good one.
Because shout out to Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart for talking about the rumor that Tyler Kolek is illiterate on their podcast.
Not for real. Anyways, we're going to make this quick because we're already almost out of time because we yapped a little bit. But State of the Union time for the Cubs and the Cardinals. Starts off.
Yeah. Some good performances for the Cubs this week. Like, the sucky part is I can't even be happy as I normally would be if and when they win, just because I know it doesn't really mean anything. Like, cool, you beat the Phillies 10-2 on the 4th of July with Ian Happ carrying us with 2 3-run bombs, which is hilarious. Because you lost the 2 other games. You lost 2 of 3 to the Brewers, lost 3 of 4 to the Giants, lost 2 of 3 to the Mets, and you lost in only one. In your last series win before you beat the Angels was against the Giants back in June. So, and even still, you lost 7-0 to the Angels because you continue to put out Kyle Hendricks as a starting pitcher in 2024. The experiment is over. Stop pitching Kyle Hendricks. When you pick Kyle Hendricks, you lose. I'm done. I'm done with it. Stop. I've seen enough. I have gone back and forth, but I am firmly here for the rest of the year. DFA Kyle Hendricks. Let someone else pitch. Once Cade Horton is healthy, call up Cade Horton. Say thank you and goodbye to Kyle Hendricks. Embrace the youth. Trade Belly. Trade JMO. Get value. Reset for next year.
Well, that was quick.
That's it.
Good job. Mine's gonna be quick too. So hey, this works out perfect.
Yep.
St. Louis went. Let's see. Let's double check. I can't math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-2 last week. 4-2 last week against 2 rather easy teams. But I mean, since Mother's Day, we've been the best team in baseball record wise. Took 2 or 3 for Pittsburgh. We'll take that. Lost a close one on that Wednesday, 4-5. Wasn't pretty, but the bullpen blew it. Kitchens blew it in the 10th. Extra innings have kind of been our kryptonite, but I mean, hey, it happens. It was just one game. We for sure secured a series split against Washington, so we had a weird 4-game set against them. So we're playing game 4 today at 3. We won a crazy one on Friday, 7-6. We were down 5-0 going into late innings. We lost 14-6 on Saturday because Lance Lynn, may God bless his soul, but why are we letting up 10 runs? I will not understand. He lost us the game. Freaking Ollie knew that, and he just kind of just went with it. Lance's ERA is only 4.48 after that start, which is the crazy part. But yeah, 2.2 innings, 9 hits, 11 runs, 4 walks, 2 Ks, 3 home runs. Yeah. Liberatore came in for 2 1/3, only gave up 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, 2 Ks, and then Giovanni Rubber Arm Gallegos went 3 innings, only gave up 3 hits and 1 run, but only struck out 1. Gio's gonna get DFA'd at some point. His ERA is 8.4, and that sucks to say because Gio used to be so phenomenal for us. And I love Gio, but his arm's shot. Fastball don't got the velo he used to have. His slider he keeps hanging. He's the changeup. He just it's not there no more. And then last night we won 8-3. We had a great game. Kyle Gibson sub-4. You love to see it. Lit up DJ Hers a little bit, which was nice to see. Nolan Arenado is kind of back. Wilson Contreras is him. Thank you again. We're gonna say it every week now. You chose Miguel Amaya and Yan Gomes over him, but it's okay. It's okay. If he didn't get injured, he would be an all-star, but it's okay. It's cool. Ryan Fernandez, I love you to death. ERA is now sub-2 at 1.99. Rule 5 guy for Boston. It's awesome. Rule 5 masterclass. John King, who was just supposed to be a depth arm, casually has a 2.73 ERA, and Chris Roycroft, Mr. D3 kid from Illinois himself, former Chief, keeps getting sent up and down, but at this point, let's keep him. Let's keep him on this roster. He's got a 2.37 casually. If someone in this bullpen is going to get sent down or DFA'd, it's gonna be Gio, because we have a couple arms that are slowly coming back. So it's just we're cool. Lars Nootbaar is back today, which makes our outfield a lot more consistent. Lars Nootbaar's bat will be also very nicely slotted in our lineup, and this allows Alec Burleson to more or less DH more. It's not a bad glove in the outfield, but it's nice. It's nice to see. This week we have our last game against Washington today, and then we play 2 games at home against Kansas City on Tuesday and Wednesday. We're off on Thursday, and then 4 games against the Chicago Cubs this upcoming weekend, including a doubleheader on Saturday. So we'll probably call up a Corey Graceffo or an Adam Kloffenstein to start that game.
I have it up here on ESPN. Looks like it'll be Gibson and Michaelis for that doubleheader on Saturday.
That sounds right, because
but you're guaranteed to win on Friday because it's Kyle Hendricks.
Yeah, but not necessarily though. It's Kyle Hendricks versus Lance Lynn.
I trust Lance Lynn more than Kyle Hendricks.
I do trust Lance Lynn more, and then on that Sunday, it's probably going to be Andre Palante, because I don't think they'll throw Sonny Gray, because Sonny Gray is probably going to be an all-star, because I think he's going to be one of the first pitchers they call up. They send the invite to once a couple of them can't pitch. So, yeah.
Yep.
We're 47. We're 47.
So it'd be good.
Yeah, we're 47 and 42. We're comfortably in second, which is awesome to see. We hold a wild card spot. We're only 5 games out of Milwaukee, which is kind of crazy to say because there's a realistic chance that Milwaukee slumps a little bit. St. Louis is going to make it interesting, and then we now hold the second wild card spot. We're a half game up on San Diego, so we're cool. What I'm hearing trade rumor wise is we still want a starter, and we're looking for a left-handed hitting. We're looking for a bat that can hit lefties because our lineup can't really hit lefties well. So Kevin Pillar possibly, Randall Grichuk possibly, Tommy Pham
Nick
possibly.
Senzel and Randall Grichuk, come on down.
We don't need Senzel. We don't need Senzel. We want an outfielder. We want an outfielder. But yeah, no, we're cool. We're cool. But yeah, that's all I got.
I mean, there's a couple teams on the tail for that last wild card spot. You got the Diamondbacks and the Mets 2 games out, but I think after that one point in the season when there was like 7 teams that were like 2 games out, I think teams are finally starting to separate themselves a little bit, and I think things go well, Cardinals will probably solidify that second spot and just have to duke it out with the Padres and Diamondbacks for those last 2 spots. So, yeah, good things in Cardinal lands, depressing things in Cub lands is they're the 3rd worst team in the National League with a record of 42-49. Just putting the nail on the head of that one. So, with that said, let's get the guy who's been managing this underperforming baseball team. Let's get him on here to finish out the show. Good stuff.
There we go.
As always, Cy.
Same goes to you.
Thank you. We will be back next week. It'll be the day before the All-Star game, so
it'll be Home Run Derby day.
Home Run Derby day. Yep. So we'll preview that. We'll know who the other 4 participants will be after that. So that'll be a lot of fun to talk about. We'll preview All-Star game. Maybe we'll know who the starting pitchers will be for that. My personal hope for shits and gigs is Chris Sale versus Garrett Crochet. I think that'd be really, really funny. And then, yeah, we'll probably we'll think of some other things to talk about.
I'm hoping for Skeens versus Screwball.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Or, oh, wait, they're on the same side. Never mind. I was going to say Skeens versus Imanaga. Oh, my God. I'm so cooked.
Yep. And on that note, we will see y'all next week.
Bye.